Have you ever wondered, what if Sung Jin-woo was never chosen as Ashborn's vessel? What if the power of the Shadow Monarch had fallen into someone else's hands? Would humanity still survive, or would the world be doomed? In this video, we're going to break down what would have happened if Ashborn picked a different successor. Would they have been able to control the shadows? Who would even be a worthy candidate? And most importantly, would they stand a chance against the monarchs? Let's find out. So why did Ashborn choose Sung Jin-woo? Before we explore other candidates, let's quickly recap why Sung Jin-woo was chosen in the first place. Ashborn, the original Shadow Monarch, was one of the rulers who defected after realizing their war was endless. Instead of fighting alongside them, he chose to pass his power down to a successor. But it couldn't be just anyone. It had to be someone who could withstand the immense burden of being a monarch. Jin-woo stood out because he had the willpower to survive against impossible odds, like the double dungeon. He grew stronger through hardships instead of relying on talent. He had a unique ability to adapt, making him the perfect candidate to wield the power of shadows. But what if he was never chosen? Who else could have taken on the role of Shadow Monarch? If Ashborn had chosen differently, he would have needed someone with incredible strength, intelligence, and willpower. Here are a few individuals who could have been viable successors. Go Gun-hee, the old warrior. Go Gun-hee was already blessed with a portion of a ruler's power, making him one of the strongest hunters in Korea. He had immense battle experience and a deep sense of responsibility for humanity. However, his old age and physical limitations might have made it difficult for him to wield the Shadow Monarch's power effectively. Thomas Andre, the human Goliath. Thomas Andre was the strongest national-level hunter and an absolute powerhouse in physical combat. If he inherited the Shadow Monarch's power, his raw strength combined with shadow summons could have made him unstoppable. However, his reckless nature and overconfidence might have held him back. Christopher Reed, the Fire Titan. Christopher Reed had immense fire-based abilities and was a national-level hunter. If he had become the Shadow Monarch, his fighting style could have been a terrifying mix of fire and darkness. However, he was caught off guard and killed by monarchs, meaning he might not have been strategic enough to survive long-term. Liu Jigang, China's strongest hunter. Liu Jigang was a top-tier hunter with unknown abilities. As a national-level hunter, he had a strong will and the potential to grow into an even greater fighter. However, his lack of major battles against monarchs leaves his true potential uncertain. Sung Il-hwan, the Phantom Hunter. Sung Il-hwan, Jin-woo's father, already had the blessing of the rulers and fought the Frost Monarch. If he had received Ashborn's power, he might have become a major force against the monarchs. However, his short time in the story makes it hard to determine if he could have reached Jin-woo's level. So, would any of these hunters have been able to handle the responsibility of being the Shadow Monarch? So how would that change the story? If someone else had been chosen instead of Jin-woo, the entire solo leveling story would have played out differently. Let's break down a few key changes. The rise to power would be different. Jin-woo's journey from weak to strong was gradual, but if someone like Thomas Andre or Go Gun-hee received the power, they would have started at a much higher level. The way the Shadow Army was built would have been completely different. The Shadow Army's growth would be slower. Jin-woo had an unmatched ability to grow stronger through battles, leveling up in ways that no one else could. If someone else had been the Shadow Monarch, they might not have been able to expand their army as quickly or efficiently. Would they survive against the monarchs? Jin-woo was a master strategist, taking down monarchs through intelligence and skill, not just brute force. If someone like Thomas Andre had the power, he might have relied too much on physical strength and lost critical battles. So in conclusion, if someone else had inherited Ashborn's power, humanity might not have survived the war against the monarchs. Jin-woo wasn't just strong. He was the only one who could fully master the system and evolve into something even greater. And that's our breakdown of what would happen if Ashborn chose someone else. Would you want to see an alternate universe where another hunter became the Shadow Monarch? Who do you think would have been the best choice? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more solo leveling content. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay powerful.